Tonight, a crisis in the classroom investigation as kids head back to school.
And we're taking a look at the rise of artificial intelligence in the classroom.
Lydia Bice sat down with two superintendents on how they plan to keep track of plagiarism with software like ChatGPT. So, Lydia, what did you learn?
Well, luckily, our local school districts here in the Miami Valley have already been preparing for any sort of issues that could arise with students using AI on assignments, and they actually told me today they're hoping to embrace the new technology rather than run away from it.
We thought to ourselves, I don't know if get ahead of it is right because AI is here. I think for us it's about the thoughtful implementation, usage, and embrace of AI. And I got to tell you, we're having fun going to workshops and seminars and having fun reading a lot about AI and its academic uses.
So how do schools plan to discipline students that are caught plagiarizing with it?
Well, both of the school districts that I spoke to say they've been preparing for this ahead of time. Dr. Neil Gupta, superintendent of Oakwood City Schools, says that they already had a policy on plagiarism and that will continue to apply for AI tools because they want their students presenting their own way of thinking. Coming up on Fox 45 at 6:30, you'll hear from an education expert at one of our local universities about when AI became so prevalent in our classrooms in the first place and how schools can use this technology in their favor. Back to you.
Lydia, thanks. And as kids head back to the classroom, keeping you up to date on any issues that may arise on air and online. You can find all of our coverage at Dayton247now.com. Just look for the crisis in the classroom heading under the news tab.
We're working to learn more tonight about that standoff that ended in a deputy-involved shooting in Logan County. Now, this was the scene last night. Tonight, we've reached out to the Logan County Sheriff, who tells us that suspect was shot in an exchange of gunfire with law enforcement. We're told at this time they're not releasing any new information. Now, we've also reached out to Ohio BCI, and we have not heard back.
New video into our newsroom after a Dayton teen was arrested following a high-speed police chase last month. Take a look. This is dash cam video from that chase back on July 25th along I-75. More buses hit the road heading back to school. The department's biggest tip is to leave with extra time in the morning. There's going to be stops, pickups, school zones, speed limits enforced, which can add the usual route times. Now, the traffic services supervisor says paying attention to school zone speed limits is key to ensuring everyone's safety.
It's 20 miles an hour for a reason, and that's due to the fact that if an impact was to happen with a child, we want to reduce any potential injuries with that crash. As far as the school buses go, like normal, if you're not quite certain if you're supposed to stop or not, go on the side of caution and just stop for the bus.
Sergeant Cairns added the department is using cameras in the area to enforce those zones.
Dayton Public Schools heading back to the classroom this morning. Grades 1 through 12 return today. Now, next week, preschool and kindergarten, they're going to be having that staggered start, which begins next Wednesday. This is their first year using the newly renovated transportation center and transportation zones. Parents with questions about the route changes, of course, can call the transportation center or visit the district's website.
University of Cincinnati students will start moving in this weekend. Safety on and off campus top of mind for local law enforcement. Chelsea Sick at UC Main campus with a message from Cincinnati's police chief.
It's pretty quiet here, but off campus, we saw a lot of U-Hauls as those off-campus students start moving in this week. The students who will be living on campus will start moving in this weekend for early check-in. It's why a news conference was held this afternoon by Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi and UC Chief Elliot Isaac. They say students need to be aware of their surroundings when they return to campus. Chief Thigi says the two police departments compare crime data and watch for trends. Right now, they're warning of car break-ins and auto thefts. They ask students to secure all belongings and keep cars, doors, and windows locked when they leave their homes. Take valuable items with you, don't leave them in your car, and don't leave your car running unattended.
The biggest thing, though, is for each and everybody who lives up here or goes to school up here is to be very mindful of their safety, their own safety. You know, they need to own a part of that as well. So they just need to be aware of where they are, who's around them, you know, be with a friend when you're walking to and from campus.
UC police are also asking any drivers who have to drive near UC's campus to be on the lookout for more pedestrians over the next few weeks as those students do return to campus. Classes will resume here at UC a week from Monday on August 26th.
Here in the Miami Valley, college students will be heading back to class very soon if they haven't already. For the University of Dayton, first-year students move in tomorrow, with returning students moving in over the weekend. Classes start Monday morning. Classes also start Monday for Clark State students. Cedarville University classes for undergraduates and dual enrollment students start class on the 21st. Move-in at Wright State University starts Wednesday with classes beginning on the 26th. St. Clair Community College also returns on the 26th. Registration for fall classes ends on Monday.
And you all sent us some pictures from the first day of school. Tanya sent us a picture of Madeline and Cameron, who are starting 2nd and 3rd grade. We sure hope you had an amazing first day back. Oh my goodness, they look so cute. Owen and Emma headed back to school for their senior year. I think they started yesterday. That's Betsy. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And Natalie's kids also heading back to school today. Kindergarten, 2nd and 7th grade for the kiddos. I know, Natalie, you had to get up early and get them to the bus stop. But of course, we want to see your photos and videos as well. If you have something to share, grab your phone, scan the QR code. It'll take you to our Chime In page. You can upload your photos or videos directly to us, and you might even see them here on Dayton 24/7 now.
Well, starting September 8th, a new route will start for the Greater Dayton RTA. That route, called the West Community Connector, which will span from Trotwood to Miami Township. It's going to connect these routes you see here, linking 7 different communities. Now, the RTA says this is going to create better access to grocery stores, medical facilities, and businesses. This is the 2nd community connector following the north one, which launched last year. Additional connectors are in the planning stages.
Governor Mike DeWine has ordered flags to be lowered in honor of the former Greene County judge. According to his obituary, Judge Robert Hagler died on August 3rd at the age of 84. In his tenure, he served as an assistant prosecutor, juvenile, probate, and common pleas court judge for the county. Visitation is scheduled for tomorrow from 5 to 8 at Xenia United Presbyterian Church. His funeral service is on Saturday.
The CDC issuing a warning about a virus as kids head back to school. The risk parvovirus is posing and what to look out for next.
Plus, I'm tracking storms in the forecast for our Friday. I'll time it all out for you. That's coming up. You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
The Sports Desk is sponsored
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
An early morning wake-up call in Missouri as lightning strikes the ground near Jefferson City. While the Atlantic coast will see rip currents from Hurricane Ernesto, the Gulf Coast in Panama City is as flat as a pancake. A manatee made a quick visit to a Pensacola, Florida beach, and sunset turned the skies over a lake near Albany, New York, lavender last night.
For more content like this, follow the National Weather Desk on TikTok.
Tonight, the CDC issuing an alert about a virus on the rise in both children and adults. As kids head back to school, it could spread quickly. Medical reporter Liz Bonus takes a look at what to look out for.
Hey there, everybody. CDC issuing this alert because they've seen a dramatic rise in what's called human parvovirus B19. It is a common illness in children, but they're especially worried about those who have compromised immunity and for women who are pregnant. The concern is that the virus can be transmitted during pregnancy from mother to child. And as many kids head back to school,
it is very highly contagious, and I think that's the other reason they put this out, is it is probably going to go through schools very quickly.
infectious disease specialist Dr. Stephen Blatt of Ohio's Tri-Health told me the Health Alert Network advisory from the CDC is really alerting healthcare providers to be on the lookout for this seasonal respiratory virus.
It's a virus that's common in childhood. It's called fifth disease in childhood, but adults can get it if they didn't have it in childhood.
Parvovirus B19 tends to hit in two phases, with fever and fatigue about 7 days after infection. And in the second phase, about 10 days later, kids get a slapped cheek look from a facial rash.
That was Liz Bonus reporting. Now, the Greene County Public Health is also warning COVID is on the rise. Once again, the county reporting nearly 300 cases for the month of July. The county spike is coming a little earlier than normal, but is a reflection of what the entire state is seeing right now. Gwyneth Falloon spoke with health officials and will have the latest state numbers and how to protect yourself tonight at 10 and 11.
All right, so we're talking about weather now, and we got a little bit of rain finally this week. It's been rain-free for the most part, but
yeah,
here we are.
It's been a nice one. Tomorrow morning, a little different for back to school for the kids, morning commute. Going to be dealing with some rain, perhaps some heavy rain at times. But as of right now, we actually have a little bit of some clearing, some peaks of sunshine just before sunset. But off to our west is our next weather maker. Warm front will be lifting its way through, and we'll be dealing with rounds of rain and storms heading into these next couple of days, even the potential for a few stronger to severe storms. This is our severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, indicating a level 1 threat for severe storms tomorrow. So right now it's looking like damaging wind gusts would be our main concern if we get those storms to develop. There's very low non-zero tornado risk, but that's very low. And also potentially some hail, but also not too concerned about hail at this point. I do think damaging wind gusts would be our primary concern with this, but showers developing, becoming widespread early tomorrow morning. This is about 8 a.m. Could be dealing with some heavier pockets of rain and storms, some clearing, but we also have the potential for more storms that could be on the stronger side tomorrow afternoon and evening.
Good evening. I'm Matt Digby. This is the Bob's Discount Furniture Sports Desk. 16 days from now, the Ohio State Buckeyes will open the 2024 season against the Akron Zips. This afternoon, Ryan Day announcing the starting quarterback for the Buckeyes. Not a major surprise, but it is official that Will Howard will be first to line up under center August 31st. Howard joining the program in the offseason after 4 years at Kansas State. Ryan Day crediting new offensive coordinator Chip Kelly for his guidance with all of OSU's QBs. He says there will be opportunities for Devin Brown, Julian Sayin, and the others. Day saying if the season started today, Devin Brown would be the backup. But right now, the job is Howard's.
When you take the aggregate of all the numbers, Will graded out significantly ahead of the other guys in the teamwork, and Devin right now would be the number 2. Now we still have a big scrimmage on Saturday, so these guys are going to continue to work. Will has really taken a command of the offense, I believe. You feel him in the huddle. You feel his experience.
Well, it's been several days since the closing ceremony of the Paris Olympics, and Chaminade Julienne graduate Molly Bruggeman is now in the category of Olympians from Dayton. Bruggeman was part of Team USA in the women's 8 rowing competition, the Americans finishing 5th. Overall, Bruggeman says it was an enjoyable experience, one she'll remember forever. She's also thankful for the support from family and friends, not just those who traveled to Paris, but those who watched from Dayton.
the whole experience was incredible. I think, we didn't have the result that I exactly wanted, but I had a blast in the process. I had so many friends and family come to support me. It was such a cool experience, honestly. I couldn't believe how many people were in Kramer's for the watch party. It was so cool to see. Biggest thing is if you believe in yourself and you want to do the work, then there's a lot of doors that open for you in that way. And it's not all just talent, it's a lot of grit, it's a lot of perseverance.
And while the Summer Olympics have finished in Paris, the Paralympics are a few weeks away. Dayton police officer Byron Branch will compete for Team USA in wheelchair fencing. That's the latest from the Bob's Discount Furniture Sports Desk. I'm Matt Digby.
Well, we have rain in the forecast early tomorrow morning, and then I was talking about the potential for more storms developing tomorrow afternoon into the evening. This would have our highest risk for a strong to severe storm. So this is really when we want to have a way to get our weather alerts for our Friday evening. And then heading into our Saturday, we're going to continue with scattered showers as well as a few thunderstorms. Notice here, we're not talking about all day rain, but we will be dodging some showers during the day on Saturday. Even on our Sunday, a few showers will continue to be possible for us. We'll stay pretty warm and a little bit sticky over these next couple of days with those mid 80s, but by next week, temperatures cooler back into the lower 80s and another brief taste of fall by the middle of next week too. So I'll have a look at our 7-day coming up in just a bit.
The 24th annual African American Wellness Walk is this weekend. Coming up, a look at what you can expect if you plan to head out.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
It's back. Lee's Famous Recipes Thursday.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
For the 24th year, Premier Health is holding their African American Wellness Walk, a fundraiser to benefit the students at Central State and Wilberforce University. So we sent Tage Joshi out to Miami Valley Hospital in Dayton to learn more about the event.
There is a great community event coming to the Miami Valley this weekend. It is the African American Wellness Walk, and it's put together by the team at Premier Health. And this event is all about raising awareness about healthcare inequities in many communities, but specifically the African American community here in the Miami Valley. It's going to be happening over at Island Metro Park. It's a great event Saturday morning where there's going to be a 5K walk, music, and lots of great community vibes. You can register online right now to attend this event for free, but while you're registering, you can also sign up to donate to local HBCUs who will be the beneficiary of funds raised during this event. I spoke to organizers and they told me the main reason they've done this event for years and years is to promote healthcare inequities, what's going on with them, and how to solve them right here in the Miami Valley. And it's a great way to build lots of community and have a fun time at a great community event. One more time, it's going to be this Saturday morning at Island Metro Park right here in the Miami Valley. A great way to bring the community together. My friends, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Well, some rain gear needed for back to school early tomorrow morning. We'll be dealing with rain as well as a few heavier pockets too. But by the afternoon, we'll see some clearing. Can't rule out a stray shower or a thunderstorm, but best chance for rain and storms comes in later into the evening hours. That being said, still warm, still muggy out there for our day tomorrow. Extended forecast showing those storms possible for our Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be in the lower 80s, and the next week's looking pretty good again with those high temperatures. They'll be back into those lower 80s. Low temperatures will be back into those upper 50s. So feeling a little fall-like again by next week.
Nights will be nice. Open the windows and
get that
enjoy.
fresh air. Allow your AC to take a break for a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, okay, am I the only one? I feel like we're being tricked. Like, where's the end of the summer heat? Is it going to happen in October?
Well, you know it goes straight from summer to like
It's
freezing.
true.
So.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, we're over on Fox.
Watch the Bengals take on Chicago